This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper. We're going to talk about why Qqqy is still the daddy of these funds, I believe, of all the high yield funds. Let's talk about it. All right. So we had some people, in social media platforms and whatever else talking about their dismay or problem with Qqqy, and they were selling out or just disappointed in general last month with the dividends, and now they're trashing Qqqy and talking about it. Well, I don't think these yield chasers quite understand what's going on with Qqqy. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't be saying these things. See, yield chasers, it's no problem if it's part of your plan and you are a yield chaser. I do think it's kind of, a little risky because the dividends fluctuate every month in these funds. Some could be extremely high. Next month, they could be extremely low, right? It just depends on the IV, and the way the individual underlying stock moves. So I think I think the yield chasers will be continually disappointed chasing funds and going in a big circle. I mean, when Qqqy starts getting more volatility and the dividends increase and the stock keeps moving up, they're going to come back to Qqqy. Then we'll have and it'll just be a big circle jerk. And, good for them, I guess. But for me, I'm a long-term holder of these funds, and I'm going to show you why I think Qqqy is still the daddy. So let's kind of start here where the whole problem began. People were super excited when it first came out, including myself. We had a couple red weeks, right, when it first came out, which increased volatility. And then it started moving up. And so we had good dividends, right? And then we also had share price appreciation. And people were absolutely falling in love with it. Well, what happened was over the course of 9 weeks, we didn't have one pullback. So that means as the underlying index, in this case, the NASDAQ, goes lower, that increases volatility and fear in the market. When it goes up, meaning index, there's less volatility, and that means there's less premium. It means they can't sell puts because no one's wanting to buy puts because the market's going up. So the put prices are lower in addition to the lower IV. So the dividends are naturally going to be lower when that happens. What we see here during this 9-week stretch is really abnormal for the markets. There's not even a pullback. Let's look at some other nice little runs. Well, there's some nice little runs, but we had red weeks scattered in. Look at this. This is more of a typical bull run. Let's go look at another nice long bull run, which I think we're going to get into this year. Look, red weeks scattered throughout, right? That didn't happen here. So I still think Qqqy is going to be incredible coming up this year, and people may regret selling out or yield chasing and not adding more to Qqqy. For me and my plan, it's working as it's designed to do. So I think over the period of time, let's go ahead and look at this. Let's pull up a monthly chart. What do we see with the NASDAQ 100 here? It goes up continually. That's what markets do. Yes, we will have some flash crashes like here with COVID, and then a 9-month period here where it goes down. But by and large, the markets do nothing but go up. And what Qqqy is doing is selling puts on a market that continually rises. Yes, we're going to have some bad weeks, months, and months on end. That's going to happen. The market is cyclical. That's what it does. And so when you're selling puts on an uptrending market over time, what a beautiful strategy. Let's look at, let's go to the daily here. Okay, so right now the index is at 0.53. What's Qqqy up to right now? 0.43. And we're getting dividends? Are you kidding me? What a magical and great fund. Now, a big argument to this, okay, so the yield, so we kind of, hopefully, put the yield chaser argument to bed, and people are just chasing yield. They're not in for the long-term investment of QQQY, which is fine. That's part of their plan. But here's what a lot of people bring to their argument. They want to talk about black swan events, right? Let's go to the NASDAQ here. Their big argument is, what's going to happen to these funds when we get a flash crash like this? Well, what's going to happen is they're going to go down. And then we're going to collect premium. So we're not going to go down, if you own QQQY, as much as the index because we're making money off selling puts, right? Will it make the fund, be liquidated? I don't think so, no. I mean, would QQQY been liquidated during this 9-month down period? No, I don't think so. So I think the whole argument of what's going to happen when a black swan event happens, and it will at some point. Will it be a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road? Who knows? But a black swan event will happen at some point, and I do believe these funds will be fine. I think, they will crash, just like the market will crash. But we will, if you're a QQQY holder, make money on the way down because we are selling puts. So I want to talk about QQQY one more time on this chart here. And this trading range, let's go to the daily time frame, is just absolutely gorgeous. It's staying in a range, okay? Making it so we're not having big drops. Yeah, the drops here are coming from dividends, but that's it. I mean, yeah, we're having some red days there, but that's going to happen with the market. And when the market continually goes up, less volatility will happen, which means our dividends will be lower. That's just part and parcel for owning these. So if you're a yield chaser, this may not be the fund for you. You need to just slip in and out every month of the funds that you think are going to pay the highest dividend. Get out, go to new ones, etc., and just keep doing that. But as for me and my plan, QQQY is still the daddy. I am still way up on QQQY, even with the small dividend that was paid last month. It makes no sense to me. You're probably way up on QQQY unless you bought at the very top and never averaged down again or never put your dividend money back in. Other than that, you should be way up. And then why are we upset that we're way up on the fund? The greed gets to people, and the greed eventually will burn some folks. So if you're a QQQY holder, I'm just for me and my plan, this isn't financial advice. I'm being very patient, averaging in, putting my dividends back in, increasing share size, and getting more dividends every month. I still think Qqqy is your daddy. Let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. And if you like my content, caress the like button. And if you hate my content, give me a thumbs down and leave a comment and tell me why I am an idiot. This is Mike, Tactical Stock Scalper, out.